Upgrades.
Hey, what's going on out there, everybody? It's the Sammy Leggy here representing TeamJVS, here to give you guys another series review. This is straight from Netflix. This is the answer to Survivor, and I'm talking about Outlast. So you have 16 different individuals that are some experts, some are novices, but they generally either one know how to hunt, there may be possibly engineers, there may be possibly survivalists, enthusiasts. Some of them are recovering drug addicts. Some of them have been brought in from broken homes, and like the outside wilderness kind of brings them this euphoric feeling. But they are all 16 competing in a contest where they are dropped in Alaska in the wilderness and left for whatever amount of time to outlast another group. The key is, though, you have to be in a group to actually win. You cannot be by yourself. So the rules of the game are basically, if say you start with 4 different groups and hypothetically speaking, your group gets eliminated and you're the last one available, you either one have to go and revert to another team, or if they don't take you, then you have to leave. Now, any person at any given time can always quit. They can go and take their flare gun, shoot it up in the air, and leave. So you ask yourself, why would you do that? $1 million, you know, all you have to do is just last in the wilderness with the group. Well, if you're in Alaska during this time frame and where they're at, you're dealing with bears, you're dealing with no food source, like nothing to be able to hunt. You're dealing with the elements where instead of like one rain day, like it might rain for a week. So in situations like that, how are you going to start a fire if everything is soaked? You have to be able to use your resources, and you might have another group over there that is doing well and another group that is barely hanging on. So you also have to deal with the psychological aspect of it. So just on principle, this is one of the most entertaining survival shows I've watched. Like, Netflix is 2 for 2 for me, because one, I looked at Pressure Cooker, which I don't look at cooking shows, and they found a way of making something very entertaining and yet like competitive. And so, like, I used to be a long-running, like, Fear Factor, you know, Survivor fan, right? And so I was kind of like, okay, what's going to be the thing? Is I saw the trailers, and I saw, like, okay, they're out there in the wilderness, but no, wait. Are they going up against each other? Like, are they sabotaging each other? Are they playing mental head games? Are they doing things that are unseemly? I was like, when I started to watch it, I immediately went like 3 episodes very quickly, because off rip, the very first episode, I was like, okay, everybody's in a situation where they are trying to find just, you know, fresh water. And then some people are kind of like, well, let's play the odds. Like, how long can we go without water and how long can we go without food? Then it goes to how long we go without food, how long can we go without protein? Protein as in like meat. And like, dude, like when you see the beginning of it to the end of it, like some of these characters or people really, they do not look like themselves. And I think that it awakens some of the worst of people. There are certain key characters that I'm going to go and call them by name. They are very intriguing. I'll say Javier. I'll say Jill. I'll say Justin. I'll say Paul. Heck, I'll even say Andrea. They're because each of them have their own story. Each of them are playing this differently. Some are kind of like, oh, okay, I want to extend my offer to you and make provisions. Like, let's make an alliance. Let's try to go and help each other. Some are like, oh no, we need to sabotage them so we can get them to quit. Like, let's force them out. And it starts to beg the question of like, what are people's ideals? Like, what is the ethic code out here? Like, what do you perceive as right and wrong? Like, there's You see it in the trailer. I kid you not, this one person is like, it's like the Lord of the Flies. And I kid you not, by the end of this, that's what it feels like. Like, and it's the only critique that I have is kind of like, I mean, I feel bad for the camera folks, because camera folks out there, like, I think that there's never a point that I felt like, okay, you know, something that could happen is going to go for the worst. But to be fair, even with that, just because, you know, they have like a person on standby in the event of something happening, doesn't mean that there's not going to be long-term effects. Like, say, hypothetically speaking, you can't eat whatever is available. You can't eat worms, right? Like, because it's going to mess up your digestive tract. And your digestive tract possibly is infected. Where do you go from there? Like, you're going to have situations. And I think that concept alone, on top of them going against each other to try to do it the right way and also trying to do it the wrong way, plays on the ethic code. Then you're just dealing with the outside elements. Like, there's one moment in this, and I don't want to say when, where it is legitimately freezing outside. And like, a couple different people are kind of like, I don't think we can survive this, but we're going to try. Like, I don't want to pull my flare. And like, even after trying to deal with that situation, they're hit with another situation right after that. And it's like stuff like that, like, it starts to play with people psychologically, emotionally, and just off of principle. This is one of the most entertaining survival shows that I've seen. You gotta go and check out Outlast, because I think you're gonna enjoy it, man. Like, it's just so addicting. I believe this drops officially on March the 10th, but let me not. Yep, March the 10th is when it drops, and I don't think you're gonna want to miss it. Let me know what you think when you do watch it, because yeah, this is another one you don't want to miss. Like, subscribe, hit the bell button. Peace, people.